Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Today's video is incredibly special because we're celebrating a milestone that means so much to me. The 3rd anniversary of this journey we've shared together. 3 years ago, I sat down, a bit nervous, a bit excited, with my tarot deck, my cell phone, and a cheap desk lamp, not knowing where this path would lead, but trusting that the cards would guide me to the right people and the right messages. And here we are, 3 years later, with a community that has grown beyond what I ever could have imagined. I want to take some time today to reflect on this journey, to honor where we've been, to acknowledge the challenges we've faced, and to celebrate the strength and resilience that we've all shown individually and collectively. These past 3 years have truly been a tapestry, woven with so many threads: joy, sorrow, growth, learning, laughter, even tears. I can still remember that first video, the nerves, the sense of vulnerability, the question of whether anyone would even be interested, sitting in a cold, dark basement with just my phone and my cards. But as the months went by, I started seeing your comments, your messages, your likes, your shares. Every single one of them felt like a spark of connection. A reminder that this space wasn't just mine, but ours. We explored every corner of the tarot deck together, the mysteries of the major arcana, the lessons of the minors, the powerful guidance of the court cards. We've talked about love, loss, career, family, personal transformation, and the spiritual journey at the heart of everything. But more than any single reading, what I've treasured most has been the stories that you've shared. Stories of breakthroughs, challenges, of moments when a reading resonated with a truth you'd been waiting to hear, or when the cards offered comfort in a time of pain. Through those stories, I've come to understand that this channel is not just a place for me to read tarot. It's a space where we hold each other in the light of compassion, honesty, and spiritual growth. And I know, especially over the last year, that the world has been full of challenges. Uncertainty seems to touch every part of our lives, from the global stage to our most intimate relationships. Many of us have faced moments of doubt, fear, grief, and transformation that we never could have anticipated. And in those moments, the cards have often been a source of guidance and solace, a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is a spark of hope and wisdom waiting to be found. When I shuffle the cards and ask Spirit for guidance, I do so not just for myself, but for all of us, because each reading is a reflection of the collective energy we share, the questions we're all asking, the challenges we're all facing, and the paths we're all trying to navigate. In times like these, I've realized that tarot is more than a tool. It's a compass that points us toward our own inner truth. Even when the outside world feels chaotic, it's a mirror that shows us both our light and our shadow, inviting us to embrace every part of who we are. And that's why this community means so much to me. Because even in the hardest times, we've held space for each other. We've offered words of encouragement, shared experiences, and reminded one another that we're not alone on this path. It's easy to feel isolated in this world, to think that we're the only ones struggling, that we're the only ones questioning, the only ones trying to find meaning in the chaos. But every time one of you shares a comment, a story, or a piece of your heart, you help us all remember that indeed we are all in this together. Whether you're in the middle of a major life transition, seeking clarity about your purpose, or just looking for a moment of peace, this community is here for you. We may not have all the answers, but together we created a sacred space where every question is honored and every soul is welcome. Looking back over these years, I'm in awe of the journey we've shared. Thousands of videos created, each one a reflection of Spirit's wisdom and your trust in this space. 360,000 of you have gathered here to share in countless moments of connection, laughter, and shared understanding. Each video has been a labor of love, a candle lit in the darkness, a beacon of hope, a bridge between me and each one of you. And every time you've watched, commented, or reached out, you've added your light to that flame, making it brighter and stronger than I ever could have done alone. Over these 3 years, I've learned so much, not just about tarot, but about life, love, and the resilience of the human spirit. I've learned that the cards are not just pieces of paper with pretty pictures, they're doorways into our own souls. They invite us to ask the deeper questions, to confront the shadows, to embrace the light that is always waiting to shine through. I've learned that every reading, no matter how small, is a sacred exchange of energy, a moment where we open ourselves to Spirit's guidance and to each other's wisdom. And perhaps most importantly, I've learned that this journey is not about perfection. It's about showing up, imperfectly, vulnerably, honestly, and trusting that the universe meets us exactly where we are. And each one of you has taught me that. Your stories, your comments, your questions, they've all reminded me that we are all learning, all growing, all finding our way home, one step at a time. So as we stand here at the threshold of another year together, I want to invite you to continue this journey with me and with each other. Let's make this space not just a channel, but a true community of light. Let's hold space for one another, in joy and in sorrow, in certainty and in doubt. Let's continue to ask the questions that matter and to honor the answers that emerge, no matter how unexpected they may be. Let's remind each other that even in the most difficult times, there is always hope, always a path forward, even if it's just one small step at a time. And let's trust that the cards, the universe, and our own inner wisdom will guide us toward the growth and transformation we seek. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here, for being part of this journey, for sharing your light, and for making this space a place of healing, wisdom, and love. And thank you for showing up, even when it's hard, even when the world feels heavy, even when you're not sure where the path is leading. Your presence here is a gift, and I am endlessly grateful for it. As we look ahead to the next year together, I promise to continue bringing you the best of my heart, my intuition, and my dedication to this craft. I promise to keep showing up for you, just as you have shown up for me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, joining our community in an even deeper way. Together, we will keep growing, keep learning, and keep shining, even in the darkest of nights. Remember, you are never alone. We are all on this path together, and I am honored to walk it beside you. So today, as we celebrate 3 years of this channel, I want to share a passage from the Tao Te Ching. It's chapter 22, that speaks so beautifully to the journey we've been on together. And it says, "Yielding leads to wholeness. Bending makes one upright. Being hollow brings fulfillment. Being worn out leads to renewal. Having little is to gain. Having much is to be confused." This wisdom from the Tao reminds us that true strength doesn't come from rigidity, but from flexibility and openness. Like the bamboo that bends in the wind, right, but never breaks. It's often our willingness to be gentle with ourselves and with life's challenges that make us whole. Bending makes one upright. That's always struck me as powerful. It means that by bowing to the lessons life brings, by listening deeply to Spirit, to the cards, to each other, we actually stand taller in the end. We gain strength not by resisting, but by embracing what comes. Being hollow, right, brings fulfillment. When I think of this, I think of all the times I've come to these readings with an open heart, ready to receive the messages Spirit has for us, not trying to control them, but trusting that whatever comes through is what we need most in the moment. Being worn out leads to renewal. It's easy to forget that it's okay to be tired sometimes. Over the past year, many of us have felt worn down by the world, by personal struggles, by change, yet every time we allow ourselves to rest and release, we make space for something new to be born within us, a renewal of spirit, of hope, of purpose. And finally, having little is to gain, having much is to be confused. In a world that tells us we need to always be more, do more, and have more, this reminds us that sometimes the real treasure is found in simplicity, in presence, and in gratitude. Here on this channel, it's not the number of views or likes that matters most. It's the quality of the connections we've built together. So as we celebrate this 3rd anniversary, let's carry this wisdom with us, to stay flexible, to stay open, to trust the process, and to remember that even when we feel empty or tired, Spirit is always ready to renew us. Thank you for being part of this journey, for bringing your light, your stories, and your trust. Here's to bending without breaking, to remaining open to what's to come, and to find fulfillment in every step of the path. Here's to another year of wisdom, connection, and growth. And finally, I'd like to bring forth some wisdom from the ancient oracle of the I Ching, a reflection that feels deeply resonant for our journey together in these past 3 years, especially in these challenging times. Okay? Now, I have drawn hexagram 13, which is Tong Ren, fellowship with others. The hexagram is often translated as community or fellowship, reminds us that even in the moments of difficulty, there is strength in gathering, right? Together, sharing a purpose, supporting each other, crossing boundaries that might otherwise divide us. Okay. Anyway, let's read the hexagram. It says, heaven together with fire, fellowship with others. The noble one, according to category and clan, distinguishes the beings. Fellowship with others on the frontier, success. It's worthwhile to cross the great river, rewarding the noble one's commitment. Yeah. The image in the I Ching describes this fellowship with others as the fire under the heavens, right, where our fellowships gather. It's a time to cross cultural and personal boundaries, to build bridges rather than walls. It invites us to come together as a community, one that can adapt to change, embrace diversity, and thrive in unity. The commentary speaks of deciding what people and things belong together, committing to something new, and persisting for success. It says, It says it's a good idea to commit to something new and persist. For fire under the stars is where our fellowships gather. This is a call to action for all of us, to welcome one another as companions on the journey, to embrace the collective wisdom that emerges when we share, and to hold fast to the bonds that sustain us. In times of uncertainty, fellowship with others guides us to remember that we're not alone. Challenges may come, but our unity is our strength. Let us walk together with open hearts and unwavering resolve toward the new horizons that await us. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being here, for showing up, for sharing this journey with me. Together, we've created a space of light, strength, and growth, a place where we can navigate life's mysteries together. As we step into another year of readings, reflections, revelations, remember that we are not alone. The cards guide us, the universe supports us, and our fellowship sustains us. I thank you, I love you, and we are all in this together.